and welcome back to Let's Play Ninja Gaiden Sigma within Ninja Gaiden Black, but always on Master Ninja mode. Last time we left off at the end of Chapter 12, where we did a drastically... well, it's Chapter 15, or beginning of Chapter 15, I should say. We did a drastically different moat chapter, followed by a much easier Doku fight, and of course we get left in the Coliseum, just like we did with the previous game. Now I'm here at the Coliseum to start, because we have a bit of a change to how the puzzle worked. It's pretty substantially different and a lot tougher. So, the puzzle is a lot different in this version. What we do is we pull the lever, and... yeah, oof, man, that was hard. But, yes, they removed the platform lever puzzle entirely. Just pulling this right here allows you to leave right away, and you do not have to do any messing around with the platforms to get them lined up to get to the top lever up there to open this place up. But, of course, there's still treasure for us to collect, so let's just head on in and do that. I have not a care in the world, and oh goodness, yes, as soon as you complete the puzzle, oh dear, the Berserker Challenge starts. Fortunately, we can ignore them for the most part, which is what I'm going to do. We're just going to grab the goodies that we want and then get on out of here. That's all I wanted to show off here. It's pretty silly that you can't get this stuff without having to deal with the challenge. Well, technically that's not true. You can actually sort of go around the corners and, geez, get around these guys, but I just wanted to show off that the challenge is here already. So, yeah, I will cut to the next point of interest. Alright, so here we are after the Imperial Palace Steps Fiend Challenge, and I just wanted to point out here that the door leading back to the Great Bridge Square stands firmly shut. We cannot go there in Chapter, well, 15. Keep wanting to say the Ninja Gaiden Black chapters. If this was still Chapter 12, we wouldn't be able to go there. Yeah, I don't know why they changed that. That also means we cannot fight Fiend Ryu with the Kitetsu until the next chapter, where we'll actually be passing by the area. Kind of a silly change, in my opinion. Alright, that's all I wanted to point out here. I'll see you at the next change. Alright, coming into the entrance of the Magma Cavern here, some relatively minor but notable changes. Of course, there is a new globe over there housing the stone tablet, but also there is no iron ore, and in fact, there is no iron ore to be found at all in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. They removed that puzzle. What's in its place? Well, we'll get to that when we get there, but I'll meet you ahead, as it's a little while on before we got more changes. Alright, here we are with another minor change. The dragon statue from the Path of Flames has been moved to outside of it, so now we have a checkpoint right by the Muramasa Statue. This is not a new dragon save statue, it is a moved one, much like the Muramasa Statue from the Hall of Balance in the Aqueduct. Also, just the area with the eye door has just had a little bit of a visual makeover. That little plateau that it's located on is a bit higher off the magma than it was originally. Just thought I'd point that out. Meet you at the next change. Alright, so here we are back at the molten iron pot that we needed to pour to get the cog. Now, I know what you're wondering. What's the puzzle here? What do we have to do? There is no puzzle. It's just the thing is already filled up all the way, we just dump it, and we've got our cog. That's all there is to really point out about this. I will meet you at the next notable change, which there is one more for this chapter. Alright, here we are at the Path of Flames, which has gotten a significant rework in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. That rework being... it's just been removed entirely, and we go straight to the giant worm fight. And the giant worm fight is a little bit different in this version of the game. As you will quickly see, there are now 3 of them. Whoa! That was close, I almost let myself get hit there. But otherwise, this is not terribly different. Despite there being 3 worms, they only have 1 health bar between all 3 of them. So, yeah, this is not really that terribly different altogether. Of course, I am doing this terribly, because I am bad at this game. But it's okay. And you can hit multiple of them with a single UT, which does pretty excellent damage if you can connect with it. But, yeah, that's all that there is to really say about it here. After defeating them, we get the Eye of the Flame, and that is the last notable change for Chapter 15. As you can see, I cut out almost the entirety of the chapter, because there really isn't that much different to say about it. I will meet you at the next notable change in Chapter 16, Chapter 13 in Black, of course. Meet you there. Just one minor thing I want to note here. The reward for the Cyclops Wasp challenge has been changed from a Talisman of Rebirth to a Jewel of the Demon Seal. The reason for this will become apparent later. Alright, here I am heading on my way to fight Fiend Ryu in this chapter. I just did want to show off, though, even though we couldn't access it in the previous chapter. The cutscene with Muramasa talking about the Dragon Eye is still intact, so you can come and see it at this point. Very weird how all that got blocked off to this chapter. Anyways, I'll meet you at the next point of note. Alright, here we are at the Twin Serpent Plaza to activate the teleporter. I am here because there is a slight and somewhat notable change that occurs here in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. When we take the teleporter, I'm just going to skip this cutscene. Instead of ending up back in the Hayabusa village proper, instead we end up at the graveyard teleporter. They actually reverse the teleporters in this game, so instead we end up straight in the graveyard and go straight into collecting the Dragon Eye Gem, at which point we get the True Dragon Sword. Now, after that, there is also another minor change, so let's just head on this way. With the True Dragon Sword in tow, we will just make a save update here. And when we hop over the debris, we get attacked by samurai and mages. It's been a while since we've seen these guys. You otherwise don't see these guys ever again in Ninja Gaiden Black, of course. And this is not a terribly interesting fight, so I'm just going to skip it. I'm guessing this is here just so you have a chance to try out the True Dragon Sword on some weaker enemies that you fought a long time ago. Alright, and here we are at the entrance to the Alma 2 fight. As you can see, they added a dragon statue here, which is a nice little bit of convenience. Saves us the trouble of having to duck into the ice cavern to save. And I am just going to show off the beginning of this fight to mark a important and very tragic change. Certainly the most tragic in all of Ninja Gaiden Sigma. First order business, of course, is to pop in Azuma, and... oh! Never mind. It does in fact... never mind. Spear gun does in fact still work on Alma. Alright, so if you want to try that, by all means. Okay, I was wrong about that. Thank you, Hayashi, for keeping that little bit of cheese you can do. Not much cheese, but you know. Alright, I'll finish this fight off and meet you after it's over. Alright, at the end of the Alma 2 fight, a bit of a notable change here. We actually jump straight into the next chapter. It actually ends the way you'd expect. We don't have to do a soiree through the pyramid before moving on. That said, the pyramid does of course still exist, just in a different capacity compared to how it existed in Ninja Gaiden Black, which we will be detailing immediately. Alright, going into Chapter 17, Vengeful Spirit. Like before, Ryu does his awesome jump off the top of the pyramid, and like before, we've got this breakable wall section here. Unlike before, we're going to throw on the Lunar. Also, I could double back to save, but I'm not terribly worried about what's coming up here. Heading into the pyramid, we will see that it has been removed entirely, and instead, well, what's this? Why, we've got Berserker statues. Get close to them, and they come to life. And unfortunately for them, these guys are Berserkers in Ninja Gaiden Sigma, so here is what we do. Is we wait for them to come in, and we counter-spam them to death. Yeah, so this is actually something of an interesting change on normal mode, because this challenge is the same on every difficulty. So obviously on normal mode, it's an opportunity to fight Berserkers when you normally would not. But on Master Mode, we've fought these guys plenty, especially if you decide to do the Berserker challenge when it first became available, so it's a little less than impressive here. Of course, there is still some randomness in when this guy will decide to shoulder charge me. Right now, he's pretty content to just dash around the room. Buddy, yeah, there we go. And that takes care of him. And of course, you see there are 3 here. We have to dispatch 3 of them to complete this puzzle, quote-unquote. So I'll just take care of that and then meet you at the next notable change for the labyrinth. And upon their defeat, in addition to opening up the door, we get Serpent, the deity of creation. Much like the earlier statue that got moved around, this was placed so that you couldn't possibly miss it, even if you wanted to. Not that you'd want to, as you need those statues to complete the game. That's the last of the changes for the pyramid. I will meet you at the next notable change. Alright, so here at the end of the labyrinth, we come across a Muramasa statue that was not here originally. This is important because we have 49 gold scarabs, thus we can get the penultimate reward from him. For giving him 49 scarabs, we get the Plasma Saber Mark II. This is a reskin of the True Dragon Sword. Yeah, kind of a lame reward, and also if you are on normal mode, this is in fact the ultimate reward you get for 50 gold scarabs, so you'd probably feel pretty ripped off. At least it makes cool lightsaber noises. But anyways, one other change that happened, but I didn't really comment on because I was kind of zoned out, is that when you get to the Key of the Lion in the first section of the labyrinth, there is actually a different fight there. Some ghost fish followed by bast fiends spawn, and then you get attacked by more bast fiends and a couple laser crabs on the way out. Not a really big deal, though. But hey, same deal as in Ninja Gaiden Black, just one more golden scarab, and we've got the ultimate reward. And what the heck, since we have the opportunity, why not buy a Talisman of Rebirth? Okay, so next change is after we defeat Ghost Doku, so I will meet you there. You know, while I'm upgrading the Ninpo here, I suppose I should point out the reason that the Jewel of the Demon Sealed was moved to the Cyclops Blast Challenge is, of course, the original puzzle that had it in the pyramid was no more, so they moved it to a Fiend Challenge for it to be a more appropriate location. Alright, now for real, I'll meet you at the end of the Ghost Doku fight. Alright, I actually did that fight way better than I did in the actual Let's Play. After defeating Ghost Doku, we of course get our end of chapter results screen. And this video is probably going to be very, very short once I edit it down. For the record, the raw recording right now is an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, there is not much to comment on in the final few chapters of Ninja Gaiden Sigma compared to Black, and in fact, spoiler, capping off the Ninja Gaiden Sigma series, it's actually going to be rolled into the final video for Ninja Gaiden Black, so look forward to that. But once again, you may notice the big change here, but we get dumped in here, and of course we get attacked by ghostfish, so of course I have to do my best to defend myself, and what the heck, let's use level 3 Art of the Ice Storm, just for the sake of showing it off. As you can see, not really that much better than just using Art of the Inazuma on these guys. Yeah, Art of the Inazuma just flatly outclasses Art of the Ice Storm in most cases. Pretty much the only time you'd want to use it is if you're trying to drive up your combo count, which is not a very common thing you want to do in this game. But, grabbing from the pedestal here, we get Raptor. Yeah, so Raptor, Deity of Sentiment, moved all the way to the end of the game compared to Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden Vanilla, where he is the first statue that you get. Kind of strange. I mean, I get that they wanted to move him to a place where you wouldn't miss him, but it's so weird that it's so late in the game. Also, just a thing to note about Ryu's blue Fiend appearance compared to how he appeared in Black, he does not have the purple glowies on his body, I've noticed. Kind of weird. But that is it for the penultimate Ninja Gaiden Sigma video. Like I said, the next video will be rolled into the final Ninja Gaiden Black video, and there I'll just be finishing the game for the sake of completion to say I did, and we can upload our score to the leaderboard and see how I did. Should be fun. But when we return, we will be back in Ninja Gaiden Black, and we will be doing what I have been dreading the entire Let's Play, and that's going to be 2 videos in a row. Ho-ho! Look forward to it. Until then, I hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.